Okay, I'm going to talk just a few minutes here about single property websites. A lot of people in the commercial real estate business don't use these, and I think that it's a mistake. It would take this off down here. Some examples of a single property site and how it might affect you. What you would do is the URL or the domain name is very often just the street address or the building name. Um, like it might be republicplaza.com or something of that nature. And the only thing people are going to see when they go there are things specific to Republic Plaza. And you decide what you want to have on there. You can have your floor plans. You can have information about the building that is a bit of a library repository that people can upload to their computers, download to their computers, and you're only limited by your imagination here, but anything that you think that some interested party that you would do business with might might want to participate in, you can put it on the site. I've seen Orchestra, for example, which is an architectural program that where you can virtually build out a space. So if you have the floor plans and the space and so forth on your website, and this is associated with that, um, somebody that's ambitious and interested in it could actually build a space out with a kind of a 3D interactive medium. Um, you can, to a much lesser degree, but still interesting, Google SketchUp, which is a 3D modeling tool. It's free, and like most things with Google, it seems, and you can download it on your computer, and there's a variety of different things you can use it for. But one, of course, is many real estate and construction related projects. Um, the single property site is another place that you can put this enterprise collaboration tool. You could have people within the building, your building, if, for example, you're leasing commercial space, who could join this site, and it could be specific to your building. You could have maintenance be part of it. It would be a good way to communicate within and interact and network, frankly, with the people within the building. The companies and the businesses that very well could be doing business with each other that are housed in the same building can go here, and if they know about it, it could be something that could be a good marketing tool for you as well. Um, Plat maps, we call PDF brochures and so forth. They can be part of this. Here's something that I always like to show people. Glyphy creates some pretty amazing diagrams and flowcharts and so forth. Again, this is a tool that you can use that can be part of your single property site because of just a variety of reasons that you could use this. I've used it on several occasions for SWOT analysis and just modeling out certain projects that we've had. And here's an example of some of the outputs that you can get from this tool. So if you were doing floor plans in a building or wherever it might be, you can see that you've got something that's colorful, a lot more defined, and maybe a better presentation. Good thing to know about. Now, if you have a campus of some sort that you're leasing or that you're building, and you want to give people some sense of what it's all about, there's this little tool here. You can see you can carry it in a briefcase, and it looks like a stealth bomber of some sort. And I'll give you a little demonstration. And this isn't my favorite demonstration of what this can do, but it still gives you the idea. They basically fly that little airplane around the campus, and they can give you a variety of different looks of exactly what you have. Now, I fully expect you have control over how you would do this, where the plane would go, how high, what you would emphasize, and so forth. So you have more specific control, but there's also software and applications that you can utilize Google Maps and do much the same thing, especially from the street view. But nonetheless, interesting to know about, and it's a new way of providing information to your to people within your sphere. Now, I pulled this up, Republic Plaza, specifically because this is a Wikipedia input, and there's if you have a building that you're leasing or constructing and so forth, you know more about that building probably than most anyone else would know. It's very intuitive to me that a person should make um, publish something within Wikipedia about your building or about your project. If somebody goes to the internet and they type it in, it very well might be that Wikipedia comes up pretty quickly. So there's certainly no downside to it. It takes a few minutes. Put in some good information, and it's out there for more people to see. Some more useful, I think, real estate and construction management specific websites. Backpack is a site that we've used. I think it's something that it's got its place in the world. You can share your information with people. Keep your documents, like it says here, within a specific discussion. But the biggest thing that works for us is for scheduling. It's very difficult to get people scheduled for things because we have, everyone's got something going on at different times, and you send emails back and forth, and you're just constantly trying to get people on the same page to meet. This, unlike, say, some of the party planning, I think I'm trying to think of the one on Yahoo, and it's not coming to mind right now. But you can plan a party, and you can say on this particular date, we're going to have this party, and whoever can come, let us know. And so they post whether they can make it or whether they cannot make it. This particular product is for a specific business meeting, so you can actually make sure that everybody's got a date and time that they can be at the meeting. It's a long explanation about what it does, but it's worth going to see. Again, some real estate specific sites. Rofo Office Space Search is a place where a lot of people go to search for themselves. Obviously people can't get into Xceligent and LoopNet, and you can get into LoopNet on a limited basis, CoStar, but there's more and more of these sites popping up where end users are going to search and try to figure out what's out there, what's available, what are some of the prices, the associated costs of leasing, buying, and whatever. Spaceforlease.com is growing stronger every day. More places to post your information, and you can see here there's tenant, broker, management company, and landlord. So lots of different purposes here. Multifamily Insiders, again, growing very strong. A lot of people really like this site who are in the multifamily business and who lease. And Credo, for those of you that haven't been on this site, it's robust. It's incredible what you can find on this site, and to a certain extent, it is social, but it's just replete with videos and all sorts of great information. And the people that contribute to this site contribute information and articles and video and so forth. They know what they're doing. Very, very good website for. I think online reputation is this is a good place to go, particularly if you're within this community. Intelligent buildings. A lot of people at DU have focused on LEED buildings, and so this is some place to go for another look at what exactly can you put in a building to make it more intelligent. What maybe you can provide the owners of the building with some strategies for doing that. Real Capital Analytics. Perhaps I'm sure most of you have heard about this. Very, very good site for complex analytics. I think they do pretty good homework. They gather data, do some good statistical analysis. I like some of their trends. I've seen some things that I've disagreed with, but who knows? Are they right or am I? Realcomm, one of my favorite real estate sites. Let me get rid of this. Realcomm's fascinating. They have, for commercial real estate, cutting edge technology information, and I believe the individual that started this was Jim Young. I've met him, but we've gone to some of their forums, some of their trade shows, and it is most definitely cutting edge. And again, back to the LEED green building issue. I think perhaps many of you have probably been on this site. If you've been involved with LEED education, you've been there. Good place for the exam prep. Last thing I'm going to talk about is Internet Protocol Television, IPTV. The Internet, everything's going, all television will be streamed over the Internet at some point in time when we have the proper bandwidth. And televisions are popping up right now where you can not only watch regular TV, cable type TV as we've known it, but you can also go to websites, and you can go to now Internet Protocol television stations. They're going to be ubiquitous in the future. And again, it's another place where you might say, well, we're just going to get lost in the crowd. Well, you're not going to get lost in the crowd if you have good information that people are looking for. And you can stop and strategize about what your format would be, what what information that you might want to broadcast, and so forth. But keep in mind that this is coming, and it's coming strong, and it's going to be something that I think every business, even small and medium-sized businesses, should take pretty serious. More to come on this. We're going to have some subsequent. We're going to have some ongoing. Hopefully, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm having a little trouble with my equipment here. We're going to have some ongoing seminars with some other data and some other new information and so forth. So I'll be able to give you more information on Internet television and some of the great things that it can do for you. But I kind of leave you with this: why would people in the construction and real estate field be interested in all of these internet marketing solutions? And it's pretty simple, and I think we probably all know this. But 91% of buyers go to the web, go to a website or to the web before calling a company and perhaps even interacting with other individuals. It's just something that we do almost unconsciously now. If they don't find what they need on your site, 80% will choose another supplier. So you have to have the right equipment. You have to have the right online tools and solutions that are going to work. Appreciate your time. Thanks very much. And we now have everything posted on my YouTube channel. And the great people at the University of Denver, Franklin Burns School of Real Estate and Construction Management will be providing you with ways to access all of this. I appreciate all of their support and help. And this is a lot more fun live, but we post this. We post these because even though they're a little hard to do, I got to tell you, if you sit here and go through this information, it's not lively and fun and interactive, but a lot of people just want to see it and be able to run through it because they want to be able to see the websites and remind themselves of some of the things that are out there. So that does it for me for this particular group of presentations. Thanks very much for sticking with me, and hopefully we'll see you at a future presentation at the University of Denver. Take care.